We're back. You're listening to He Said, She Said here on the great KHTS 1220, your hometown station. Talking a little bit, you just said, what embarrasses me?
It sounds like everything embarrasses you if you...
How about just my family here?
Yeah, you just said we embarrass you. My God.
that we make you nervous.
You have handsome-looking parents. We're attractive people.
My mother's handsome.
I was just going to say,
I always thought when you said to a woman, you're handsome looking, that's... No?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
work.
embarrassing.
Sorry again. Apologize. Honey, I'm sorry.
Honey, I'm sorry.
But it's fascinating that you're nervous that we're going to embarrass you.
Peter, you may want to leave the room here.
Around new people.
Here.
He's heard it all.
Around new people, I think that's where I get nervous with my family.
So are you afraid of what they might think of us?
I think it's more like if we go to meet a new friend, a new mother of a kid at school, and Robin goes, "Hey, let's go out to dinner with this couple." It is the potential for being me and saying something to embarrass her. And on the way out the door, it is be on your best behavior. Yes, dear.
But the same goes...
Do you have best behavior? Do either of you really have best behavior?
Oh, my God. Are
Really?
you kidding?
Wait, but I'm asking... No, this goes to you, too, over there, Ellen.
Oh.
You're not...
Yeah, you're the one. Never mind.
Okay, I'll give you...
I'm the one with the loose lips.
I'll
right.
give you a story.
Oh, dear.
Our children grew up going to a Christian private school. We were at one of the kids' football games one time, and a play happened, and you yelled out something that at a Christian private school was not okay. Yes, I do worry that you will say things
So what do you think they're going to think? That is going to be hard for you, embarrassing to you?
The whole thing was embarrassing because you did it twice. I had to smack you the second time.
Wow.
Do you remember?
I kind of remember,
Okay.
but I don't remember what I said. I think I must be more in this group with my fellas here.
I think he said, she said, you're one of the he's right now.
I'm one of the he's.
Three of
I'm
us?
handsome too,
Yeah.
apparently.
That's perfect.
All right. Well, let's when we get home over a drink and a smoke, we'll figure this out family-wise. I don't want our listeners to be involved in this family discussion. Obviously, we've got issues.
Brutal.
in our
We have
family.
this is
Obviously,
brutal.
we got issues, right?
There goes that therapy bill.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's talk about political correctness. What has happened that we can't even? We have to watch everything we say, no matter where we are, who we're talking to, all the time.
It goes on further than that. It's more than just what you say, it's what you do. You even have to watch what you do as a person, as a country, as a world. It's way out of control.
You listened to a podcast, and when I went to, it was funny. It was so entertaining.
It's not censored, though.
I know. So we're not real on the air. We can't be real on the air. The last guy that was real and got kicked off radio was Howard Stern, and he had to go to Sirius Satellite to do a show.
So you can say anything on a podcast?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I can't. Not anything. These are paid. These are independent. It's different.
I mean, most of it's guys in their mother's
Podcast
basements
is not
recording
regulated
something.
by
Yeah.
anybody. There's no regulations to
Okay.
podcasts.
All right.
Now, if iTunes
Maybe I should be
or-
doing podcasts.
if iTunes or SoundCloud, they don't have a problem. I mean, my God, listen to this podcast you listen to.
Yeah, let's not bring up them. Well, I mean,
She's going to get embarrassed.
yes, you're making me sweat over here, people. It's not the fact that the air's
Are you
not
offended too?
on. I might be. I get offended easily. I really do. I mean,
And just remember, that's a choice.
But look at the political correctness. Here we have people running for the highest political office that does affect our lives, and they can't be real. I mean, if one of these people, Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, probably is the realist. Is there a word, honey, in realist?
Hooked on a phonics word for you, huh?
Watch it there, buddy. So
He can't spell either if he watches
no, I
posts.
am the worst speller. Go to Facebook and check our Facebook out on He Said, She Said. It's kind of a nice site. But he is probably the closest to being authentic.
I don't have.
We're not authentic anymore as people.
I think we are
have to
authentic. I don't
pretend.
think being politically correct makes you unauthentic. Is unauthentic a word? I mean,
Inauthentic.
whatever. Okay.
Unauthentic? I don't know.
Makes you fake.
It doesn't, because I don't have to. If I can say what I feel without having to walk.
But
these
why should you have to
guidelines-
work so hard?
But maybe it's not working hard. That isn't working hard for me. It sounds like it's hard work for you guys.
It's really hard.
Okay. It's not.
And why should how we are authentic be wrong and the way
To
you are
someone
be
else.
right?
I didn't say one is right or the other. I just don't. I don't have to worry about this political correctness stuff. I don't come into a train of thought that would be.
Well, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I mean,
You are in the middle right now, in between the two that need to
Literally.
be censored.
I have a problem with censorship. I mean, censorship, it's on our radio stations, it's on our televisions, it's everywhere. And can people really say what they believe and what they think? Because if you have to sit and you have to conjure up exactly the verbiage you must use in order to be politically correct, are you still saying what you really believe?
Who says we care that much about what you have to say?
No, but
Did she really just say that?
This
Don't
is
worry,
your
she told me
daughter.
that last
So
night.
this is your daughter. So when you look at television, one of my favorite shows is Empire. So Empire looks like it's as authentic as it can be at this point. But look at what the shows on NBC and ABC and CBS, words that would never be used 20, 30 years ago. Yeah, all of that stuff. Where am I talking? What are you pulling
You
out?
got hair dripping off your microphone.
What color was that?
Guys.
Blonde? No, but so it's coming. I think
What's coming?
more authenticity in.
So what you're saying is the pendulum is swinging again because it swung way over to political correctness and censorship. Are you saying we're now having the pendulum swing a little bit to the middle?
I see guys not shaving. I see guys on television that I would have never thought would have a beard on television now are growing a beard.
What's wrong with the beard?
There isn't. That's the point, is that men want to be authentic. I mean, shaving every day is
So
just a pain in
facial
the-
hair makes you authentic? You've been trying to grow this thing for months now.
What I'm trying to say is I think as the clothing changed in about 1993, 94, you and I grew up wearing
Clothing?
suits every day, right? Now we dress the way we want to dress. And when I see a guy in a suit, he's either out of work or broke. That's what I see.
Or he's in the financial industry.
There's
He's
still,
an attorney.
come on, there's still industries that require that kind of dress.
So you feel? Wait, are
Yes.
you saying though that you guys were
Go to New York.
censored?
Go down to Wall Street.
I love Jeff's show. There's hour before the financial
He's
show.
a financial guy.
Why does he wear a tie?
You wanna know
He doesn't
why?
need to wear a tie.
He likes it.
I think he wants to represent something. When you wear a suit, it's supposed, and you're in the financial industry.
Political correctness
Yes.
or social correctness.
It's both. I think it's both. Are you more trusting of somebody in the financial services industry that shows up well dressed?
No,
I
no.
totally disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm with David on that.
Yeah,
if I see a guy that well dressed, I'm thinking he's trying to take my money.
Well,
No, and then I want to go out and see what kind of car he's driving. Let me have a guy that drives up in a what, Dave? In a truck?
sure.
Yeah.
But I always use a
And
story.
flip-flops.
Which-
Well, that's right. That's why I started my own company, so I can wear flip-flops and shorts every day. But I always tell people, if you're going to judge me based on how I'm dressed as opposed to my actions and how I run a business, man, then guess what? I don't want to do business with you to begin with.
You're shallow. I agree. No,
No, that's not being shallow.
No, he's not shallow.
No.
The other person.
The other
Oh,
person's
okay. I was going to
shallow.
say, wait a minute.
No, the other person, because I agree 100% with David.
I don't.
Because we dress the same way.
You don't wear
Hat,
flip-flops.
t-shirt.
You don't know how to wear flip-flops.
I don't.
Have you
That
ever
and I
seen
don't own any
him?
Oregon Duck stuff.
Yeah, there's that.
There's that.
Have you ever seen him walk in flip-flops?
Oh, jeez.
I don't
Does
get
he
it.
walk like a duck?
He walks like a duck.
No, there's an art to wearing those, and I don't have that art form. I don't have
He's
that.
got salesman's feet.
I do.
I taught Dave how to. Dave did not wear them either till he met me.
Seriously?
I taught Dave how to wear flip flops. Now even in the rain,
Yeah, I wear them in the rain now.
he's pretty.
Even
good.
when it's really cold out?
Yep.
So going back to censorship, or politically correct censorship, all that hoop, all that we're discussing. Do you feel? And I don't think this is the right word. Do you still? Can you still have your
Suppressed?
Oppressed?
Yeah, oppressed. Thank you. I always get these wrong. You should be in my backyard. My language is very different. I had extra letters.
Interesting, huh?
No,
I just had extra letters.
She just
to
says
words.
funny words for things.
Yes. So, do you feel oppressed, or are we fine?
I don't know that I go as far as to say I'm oppressed because I can't speak, but I just think it's really a bummer that we can't just have normal conversation.
But maybe that's just to you. Maybe to other people, politically correct conversations are normal.
No, remember, I'm the normal one.
No, I mean,
the picture will be up on Facebook to judge later.
There's a real world conversation and words and expressions that you use when you're with your friends versus, as you just said.
I can remember my parents always using the word polite.
That's where political correctness comes from. We've just changed it.
So when you're speaking with someone, my parents always taught me to be polite, but in constantly having to be polite, I never really told anybody what I thought.
So you were silenced by having to be polite? You could not politely say something?
No, you can't. I couldn't. I didn't know how to make that transition into kindly and politely telling someone that they were not
what you thought
not so
they were.
Wonderful. Did I do good?
You did better on that.
Did I do better?
You
Okay.
did.
No, gooder.
Gooder.
Yeah, gooder.
Did I do gooder? So for my generation, I was taught to speak politely. And so in doing so, I don't think I ever was able to really talk to people authentically and tell them what I thought.
Yeah, what about, we grew up in a culture where they said kids are not to be heard. What was this saying?
Seen and not heard.
Right, and that's BS.
I do have an issue with feeling invisible sometimes.
From that.
So
we don't tell our kids that anymore. We don't tell them to be quiet. We listen to them. But when they do go out with other people or other friends, I think all we ever tell them
BS
is,
stands for Blue Shield, incidentally. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I said BS.
Blue Shield.
Blue Shield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we tell them to behave and mind your manners. I don't tell her not to talk. Now, our kids have a lot of friends that get in the car, and I don't know if their parents have ever heard some of these. Mind your manners, be polite. I mean, I've got kids hanging off a seat, trying to get out of the seatbelt, screaming, yelling, and I mean...
can't... Okay, and then here's another one. It was be seen and not heard, and then the other...
Speak when spoken to.
Speak when spoken to, and then what you do in your home, you will do outside.
I agree with your third.
So if you cuss and you do...
Children are learn...
So if you do that in the home, how do they transition and monitor themselves when they're outside the home if they're doing it inside the home?
It's an interesting conversation because your dad was very proper.
Oh, you think?
And do you remember as a little girl, Robin, your grandpa was always well dressed. I mean, I would go
Every
there.
day.
It was like, they lived in Calabasas, 100 degrees, and here's wearing a sweater in the house, right?
His V-neck cashmere
my
sweater.
grandma did it too. You still put on the polyester skirt or pants.
There's generational issues. It had to be part of their generation. My grandmother was extremely proper. She would always be well dressed. Not
Who's
my
proper? What is
wait a minute.
proper today?
So when I look at Dave and I'm in my pajamas in the morning and we're out of coffee and I say I got to go run to CVS or Ralph's. Are you telling me I'm not supposed to be running to like Albertsons in my pajamas?
It's done all the time now. I mean, my mother would put her makeup on, do her hair, get all coiffed before she would go down and sit down on the couch or go get milk.
What is proper?
What is that today? Is there such a term as proper anymore?
Yeah, I think it's more what's socially acceptable. This goes back to letting society dictate what.
How did it get there, though?
But society dictated it before. That's what you're missing. The reason that grandparents were dressed that way is because society said that's how you were supposed to dress.
And the government said you as a society cannot censor yourselves and maintain. Therefore, we're going to do it for you. We're going to dictate to you what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do. And that was lost. So I agree with the beginning.
They can't tell me how to dress.
Yeah, they kind of can, really. There's a dress code for our daughter at school. So, yeah, they can.
Well, I can still wear pajamas to Ralph's.
That is true.
And if I see you, I'm walking right past you.
Will I embarrass you?
Yes.
In our building, we have a pool table, we have a ping pong table. That's proper today. So look at what's changed in the workforce, David.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Look at how your employees dress. You don't have a dress code.
Nope.
Now, wait a minute. when you have someone come in the office that maybe they don't know, they're coming from out of town, and you guys have met on the phone, do your employees dress up a little bit nicer for that day?
Absolutely not. In fact, I do the opposite. I send that person an email
that says,
to say, let you know, we are a very casual office. Don't bother wearing a suit. I won't be impressed by that. See you tomorrow.
I'm going to wear a suit. I'm going to wear a suit tomorrow and see if I impress Dave.
Do you have a pantsuit like Hillary wears every day?
I have you know what's so funny? I have one pair I have one pair of pant slacks, and anytime I wear them, this one tells me he can't stand
and I know it's not politically correct on our show to talk about politics, but now I know we're off subject, but
we're going to get there.
Hillary is 5'5", and she's trying to purport to everybody she's 5'7".
Is that offending you? Are you?
Yes.
Does that offend you?
I'm offended.
Was that not politically correct of her?
It's not, you little lefty. No,
Here we go.
I wanted to ask you a quick question, though, Paul.
Yeah.
Going back to censorship and stuff, with regards to music.
You're 6'5", incidentally.
Yes, I am.
I'm 6'4".
But specifically
I'm 4'11"
to music.
How tall are you, Robin?
5'4".
Okay.
Okay, now we'll get that out of the way.
Don't ask for the weight.
Peter height now. Music today, I believe that musicians are artists, and they are incredibly creative, and some of them are amazing. However, they're not allowed to take their work, their piece of work, and have it played over terrestrial radio. As they created. No, they're not. Because
they have to go through ASCAP. They have to go through...
Well, it's got to go be screened. I mean, there's a song, I told Robin about it last night. It doesn't have a swear word in it. It mentions a particular powdery substance that some people ingest.
Baby powder.
Yeah, that one. And
cornstarch.
That word is censored on the song when it plays on FM radio. It's like, wait a minute, it's not even a...
Yes, because you have your children. You have children listening to these radio stations.
No. Then that parent needs to explain to that child what that word is.
How did Eminem get all his songs? I mean, it's not okay to speak of a powdery substance, but it's okay to sing Don't worry, Robin. I'm not going to embarrass you. To sing derogatorily about women.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Apparently.
That's the part I don't get.
Right.
I would do the reverse. I would say, if you're going to censor something...
Coach and I only listen to songs that say, like, shoo-bop, shoo-bop. You know,
shoo-bop.
That's all we do. We don't listen to this music.
Watch me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Paul whips and
I love that.
Yeah, he whips and nays.
I love the nene. I love that. No, I'm into all these new songs.
And here's the thing.
Really am.
Going back to the music, from the generations of 60s, 70s to now.
Yay, 60s.
It's not that you're censored. You might be censored on air. You want to go buy that particular song. Well, back in our day, you got to go to the music store. It was the best Saturday in the world. You still can purchase this stuff. It's not...
But you can't play it on air?
No, it's just it's a slow pause during that part of a song, which
so it's censored. What you're saying is it's censored.
I don't think that's wrong. If you want that real version, you go spend the money. You go to the store. You go buy the real version.
I already spent the money. I bought a car that has a radio that plays music. I want to listen to it.
Okay, well, you're not going to hear those. Well, and how'd you even know that if you never heard it on the radio with some other words in it? How do you even know the song has those words in it?
Because I've listened to both satellite and terrestrial. So.
Okay, well, you're
terrestrial.
Pretty cool.
Is that what it's really called? Old-fashioned radio.
You're on terrestrial radio right now. You didn't know that?
No.
Our show is now coming to an end.
No, it's not. We're gonna come back to you. You always give us one for the road.
All right.
So we're gonna wrap up our censored, uncensored, embarrassing segment here on He Said,
Did we
She
contribute
Said.
anything you think in this segment?
We'll be back.
All right.
We're back. You're listening to He Said, She Said on KHTS AM 1220. We always do a little segment at the end. I've been a little nervous about this whole show having dad, mom, husband, and then my lonely self over here. And we're actually gonna let my husband Dave for the first time do one for the road. So.
See, I love it when he's on.
Well, yeah, the two of you are Thelma and Louise. I mean, come on.
Great. All right,
are you Thelma or Louise?
Get back on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so here's something a little ponder. Kind of a reminded when I used to watch Twilight Zone, this is where this came from. So someone knocks at your door, and in their hand they have a box with a red button. And they tell you, if you push this button, you will have all the money for the rest of your life that you could ever want. No catches, no taxes, no nothing. The only thing is that as soon as you push that button, somebody that you don't know, have never met, and does not know anyone you know, will die. That person could be a murderer sitting on death row. It could be some...
Why are you all three looking
Anybody.
at me? I'm pushing the frickin' button.
You are.
Okay, so
I'm taking the money.
That's the
You're
question.
taking the money.
You're taking the button. Okay.
Yeah.
Now there is a catch, which I'll get back to.
Do I have to give the money back?
Nope.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it's yours forever.
I would donate most of it to charity, so you know.
Okay. So that'll clear your guilty conscience.
So good-hearted.
All right, Mama, you pushing the button?
Oh,
Wait, you didn't tell us what the coming back. You're
Nope.
not going to tell us yet?
Nope. I
What's
want
going to
the
happen?
answers first.
do I push the button? I don't think so.
You don't?
I don't think so. I want to. I really want to push that button.
You really want the money, though. That's all you're
I'm
saying.
donating the money to charity.
Could that charity be me? Just kidding.
Of course.
So are you going to ask me this question, or because
Yeah.
you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely no. Someone else's fate, regardless on price, is not going to be left in my hands.
Okay, so we got...
You got one yes and two no's. What about you? Do you push
got
the
a-
button?
I'm a yes, no.
Yeah, we got a yes, maybe, and 2 no's. I couldn't do it. That guilt would just kill me.
Even if you
so-
donated it to charity, like Coach over there?
Yeah, I got a little more of a
I'm
conscience.
giving everything to
I got a
charity.
bigger
Now it's
conscience than he
everything,
does.
so why bother pushing the button?
Because there are charities that need the money.
All right, so Pa, you said yes. And I'm going to say you said yes, too, just because you had to think about it.
Ellen.
So here's the catch.
Ellen.
After you push the button
Yeah.
and you get all the money you
To
ever
charity.
wanted, the guy looks at you and says, "Don't worry. This box will now be given to someone that you don't know."
Yeah, think about it. Every time we get in our car, we're
pushing the button.
Yes. Think about the risks that we take every time we get in our car. If you
Honey,
stop...
this is not about that.
No.
No, this was a moral.
this
This is more of a
this is-
moral-based thing. If
Rod,
you could,
this is Rod Sterling's
Sterling.
Sterling. So yeah.
So it was just it's the concept. If you knew someone would just give you a ton of money, all the money, and all you have to do is hit the button. You're not going to know the person. You might know the person. You get the money. It's a moral thing.
Yeah.
Do you
Moral
really?
dilemma.
Moral dilemma.
It's a moral
It is
dilemma.
Can I ask just one question?
You
How
may.
come this show has never come back, David? How come in all these years it was...
Because nobody was as good as he was.
Well, that's true, but it did come back, I want to say somewhere in the 90s.
Somebody tried it?
They tried it, and it
Didn't
It was
work
in
so
color.
well.
It didn't
Yeah,
work. It was in color.
and
It didn't
just
work.
did not have the same effect.
God, remember, the music's in my head. I just can't repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it.
Wow, I am going to get you hooked on phonics because
Why do you
first
think
time you've
Mrs.
listened to the show,
Baumgartner
Dave?
had me sit in the vice principal's office?
You
My
guys-
entire
We need
high
a
school
full-time
career.
editor for his Facebook and his.
So I think we'll go ahead and we'll.
I'm married to one. I go on
editor.
Facebook. She edits everything on Facebook.
I
No,
know.
I don't. I just make comments.
I think we're going to leave this. We'll kind of wrap this up. Censorship, political correctness. Someone
Button
else's
pushing.
mortality on your on
We
your
made
dime.
Peter smile once today, so that
Then we
was
did
a big
something
accomplishment. He smiled once today, so that was a big accomplishment. you
No,
know.
he smelled better when Kyla brought him that sandwich. So that was way better than this.
We thank you, Peter.
And we thank everyone for listening. We thank you, Peter. We thank KHTS. You are listening to He Said, She Said, always here, Tuesday at 2.